I'm Rich Carroll. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow you. The University of North Florida Mednex Palm Coast is expanding its offerings before it even opens. Amy Cherry has the story.
As construction continues on its new campus in Town Center, Mayor Melissa Holland says they'll offer $1 million in scholarships to local students who aspire to be nurses and medical professionals.
Through the partnerships with UNF, Flagler Schools, Daytona State College, Advent Health, and the City of Palm Coast, we are delivering on the promise to provide new opportunities for our local students. The Career Path Pipeline being created allows our students to learn, live, and build long-term careers while remaining close to their family and the community that they love.
UNF will also partner with Daytona State College to establish a master's pathway that will enable Daytona State students to get a head start in UNF's nursing graduate program. David Szymanski is UNF's president.
So we're doing collaboration, and that's what we're really founding this whole MedNexus on. And it really is a unique partnership with the college and the SUS, the state university system. And so we want to be pioneers and really blaze the trail and show people how you can get more things done through collaboration.
Advent Health will also provide opportunities for MedNex students to get real-world on-the-job experience. As a first of its kind in the nation, this university-based medical and healthcare nexus aims to create a pipeline of workers, meeting what Szymanski calls a growing need.
Not only can we build out nursing, but we can talk about physical therapy. We can also do things for the profession in terms of things like health informatics and data analytics, business principles and practices and degrees and so on. So I think we're excited about, because I don't see that there's a limit in terms of what we can do here. There's a chronic shortage of nurses and trained nurses and well-trained nurses. So we want to fill that void.
Holland says MedNex will bring jobs and economic growth that will benefit Palm Coast.
Town Center will generate a soaring vitality, a vision that we have been seeking since the infrastructure was developed 15 years ago.
Classes start at MedNex this fall. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
A Bunnell man is dead after being hit while riding his bike on US 1 near Seminole Woods Parkway. It happened Sunday night. Witnesses say the bicyclist, who hasn't been identified, was riding in the center of the highway when he was hit by a Toyota Prius. The victim was thrown from his bike, which became pinned underneath the vehicle. Deputies say he was likely breathing at first but was unresponsive and suffered life-threatening wounds. He died before a helicopter could even get to the scene to transport him to the hospital. It's unclear whether the driver will face charges. Several local burglaries are solved by Flagler County Sheriff's deputies. Karen Johnson has the details.
Beginning in late February, Flagler County Sheriff's Office deputies responded to a burglary complaint at the Neoga Hunting Club. A member of the club discovered the burglary after noticing several doors to trailers on the property were open and unattended, and random items were spread around. The person who called the sheriff's office says there were 3 people victimized, missing around $2,000 worth of items. According to Sheriff Rick Staley, when officers arrived, they also found tire prints near the location where the generators were stolen by 25-year-old Lucas Mosley.
He stole these items and then tried to sell them on Facebook Marketplace. That's not a very bright idea if you're a thief, but we appreciate that he did that so that we could find or recover the property and arrest him.
Sheriff Staley says later Mosley admitted to entering Neoga Hunt Club's property, taking the generators along with other items without permission from rightful owners. Mosley provided FCSO with the other stolen items from the victim's complaints. A warrant was issued for his arrest. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Could it be that the number of child abuse reports have been down during the pandemic?
Christy Gillis says yes and crunches the numbers.
For Flagler County, the highest 2 maltreatments were in relation to substance abuse. There were 229 calls, and 71.6 of those were verified or not substantiated. The next highest was domestic violence, with 50 calls that were called in and a 38% verification rate.
Gillis said that while people would think abuse numbers would go up with people being locked down with their kids constantly, keep in mind that abuse usually gets called in by third parties, and the possible abuse was not visible to the public. Christy Gillis is the Community Development Administrator for the Florida Department of Children and Family Services, Circuit 7. That circuit includes Flagler, Putnam, Volusia, and St. Johns counties. She spoke during an interview on Flagler Health Matters. You can hear Flagler Health Matters every Saturday morning at 11:30 here on WNZF. Tomorrow, kids removed from abuse in Flagler County. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
An event next month will be hosted by a racial justice organization that's new to Flagler County. John Arking tells us more.
SURGE, or Show Up for Racial Justice, is a national organization that's starting operations locally, according to Carl Jones, president of the African American Mentoring Program.
We're a new chapter here in Flagler County. We're part of a national organization whose mandate is combating racial injustice and addressing white supremacy. Again, we're a multiracial group of like-minded individuals that say enough is enough.
Jones says they're not a political party, but they will speak out against racial injustice from either party. Mental health counselor Sarah Riley says a workshop will be held next month via Zoom, hosted by Lynn Burnett, a U.S. history teacher in California and anti-racist historian.
If you get on surgeflagler.com, S-U-R-J Flagler, one word, .com. There's a link there that you can sign up. It's free. It'll be May 13th from 6 to 8, and there are some readings that you need to do prior to be prepared for that.
The full interview with Jones and Riley can be heard on the Free for All Friday podcast, which you can find on the Flagler radio app. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Erking.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's morning news. I'm Amy Cherry.